Oklahoma's got a really good team. I was impressed watching them on film defensively. Their physicality, their length, certainly caused us some problems early and forced us into some uncharacteristic turnovers. Fortunately for us, we were able to turn them over a fair amount the first half as well, and that gave us a chance to keep it relatively close until that. I think we gave up. They scored the last 4 possessions of the half, and we were able to stretch it out. And against a team like that, it's quite an uphill battle. And we didn't shoot it good tonight. Some of that certainly had to do with Oklahoma's defense, but at the same time, Mitch Ballack probably had 6 or 7 of the 9 were probably pretty good looks for him. He's shooting 50% of the year, and they didn't go in. We didn't make free throws tonight. You're just not going to beat a team as good as Oklahoma is in their building unless you're a little more close to perfect in some of those areas.
We'll do a couple minutes questions for Martin first.
Martin, you got some buckets inside. What did you see with their defense that allowed you to get some looks and beat them that way?
Usually I just take what they give me, just trying to read their ball screen coverage, who's guarding me if they switch on me, and just try to take advantage of it.
What changed in the second half overall? How were they able to stretch the lead a little bit more than what they had in the first?
They were fighting more than us. We missed some shots that we usually make. We just gotta out toughen the team, and we're gonna come out better.
I mean, you kind of alluded to it, Martin, but like going on the road isn't easy, especially against a good team. But what do you guys want to take away from this to maybe ensure that you get off to a better start against a good team on the road?
Like Coach Mack said, Oklahoma is a good team. They're long, they're stretchy, but we can't fix that. We got a team that we have. We just gotta get more grit to it, be better at what we do, better at our roles, and try to fix it.
Anything else for Martin? Thanks. You're good to go.
Coach McDermott, you guys are such a good shooting team. Was tonight Oklahoma just able to get you out of your rhythm and you couldn't quite get it back, or how did you look at your offense?
I have to watch it on film. I'd hate to answer that until I see the shots. We had some that were certainly rushed. We knew they're really good at the rim. They block some shots, but I think they also change a lot of shots. They're very good with their vertical walls in the paint. But we got off to a great start. We're up 10-4 and defended them pretty well. They scored 4 points the first 8 possessions, and then we got outscored 20-2 over the next 15 possessions. So you take that part of the game away, and it's a pretty even basketball game. And we probably outplayed them the rest of the way. But that's a credit to them, and I have to go back and look at. We had 5 or 6 turnovers in that stretch. We stepped out of bounds twice, which I'm not sure we stepped out of bounds like that all year. But some of that has to do with them getting underneath us and their physicality. Odoms and Doolittle, and I recruited Odoms out of high school, and I told him he didn't defend like that in high school. Where'd that come from? So he obviously has taken a lot of pride in it, and Christian's he's a hard guard, and he has the physicality on the defensive end too. So I like the fact that we didn't quit. We gave ourselves a chance. Had it down to 7, had a wide open 3 in the corner to cut it to 4, with the guy shooting 50% of the year and didn't go in, and some nights that happens.
Coach, you mentioned Richard, him coming off the bench fresh, kind of alluded to that stretch in the first half. That seemed like the catalyst for that stretch. How difficult is it to face when he's fresh coming off the bench, and you guys have been out there for a while?
Yeah, I think their depth is really good. Now they get McNeese back. That certainly changes their team from a lane protection standpoint. Bieniemy's done a good job coming off the bench. He had a big shot there late when we were trying to kind of plug some things up on him. Their depth really hurt us tonight, and it's been something that's kind of been a strength of ours. And I thought a few of our players off the bench didn't quite have it tonight, so I rode the starters a little harder than I usually do. But without question, they outscored us 32-17 from the bench, and that's the difference in the game.
see your players maybe struggling to adapt or adjust to that style? What needs to happen, do you think, to allow them to kind of settle in a little bit quicker?
Well, we did settle in. We were up 10-4. You know, we scored on 5 of the first 8 possessions. So like their physicality early didn't bother us. And then, you know, during that stretch, I think there was 5 turnovers or 6 turnovers during that 15 possession stretch. And you just can't, some of those turnovers lead to breakouts that are easy baskets for them, and you know, now they're feeling better about themselves. And you know, they shot a ton of free throws the first half, and it's been something that our teams have not done, is put teams on the free throw line. And for whatever reason, this team's fouling way too much. We cleaned that up a little bit better in the second half. We got in the bonus and kept them out of it. But that has to be a focal point moving forward for us in practice.
You've been a great three-point shooting team this season. Tonight, 7 for 30. How much of that is Oklahoma? How much of that is just the shots?
Like I said, until I watch the film, it's hard for me to say. Certainly some of it's them, their length, their physicality. You know, it's a tough guard. They're tough defensively. But like I said, you know, Mitch Ballack, I thought, had some really good looks, 6 or 7 of the 9 probably. And, you know, and if he throws in 3 or 4 of those, it's a different game. So we did not obviously shoot it the way we've been shooting it, and they certainly deserve some credit for that.
2 more for Coach.
Teams going runs, especially at home, but like Nebraska obviously had a big run against you guys in the first half, and they did tonight too. You know, what do you want to see differently during those stretches to maybe turn the tide a little bit faster to avoid getting to people?
Yeah, and again, I have to watch the film, because sometimes you get good shots, you just don't make them. And you have to judge the possession on the quality of the shot, not whether the shot went in or not. So if we're getting the shots that we had gotten in the past, you know, then I'm okay with that. The issue over that 15 possession period is they scored 20 points in that 15 possessions. Other than that, I think we held them below 1 point per possession the rest of the game. So, you know, how much of the turnovers led to those baskets put us in a disadvantaged situation, and we end up fouling and then get to the free throw line. So those are things we fouled a 3-point shooter during that stretch. He made all 3 free throws. So those are things we have to try to fix. And it's, as I told the team after the game, we've played 4 teams that I feel are top 25 level teams. This one certainly is one of them. And we've had about an 8 or 10 minute stretch in each one of those games that has really cost us. And you know, we don't have to fix 40 minutes. We have to fix in 8 to 10 minutes where things kind of go south on us. And we got a bunch of young guys trying to get better, and they will get better.
Yeah, I mean, your program has historically been really good at not fouling. You've been really good at taking care of the ball, especially over the last couple of years. And just like some of the things that you really hang your hat on, this team hasn't been able to, you know, accomplish or at least take it to the game setting. How confident are you that you can kind of find that right?
You know, I think we'll fix it. There's some young guys running around out there, and then there's 3 or 4 other guys that played for us last year that are playing a much different role. And there's certainly a period of adjustment, and you know, that adjustment is easier when you're playing a lesser team. It's more difficult when you're playing a quality team that, you know, Oklahoma's got 5 seniors. I think somebody told me today they're the most veteran team. I know a couple of them are new, but in terms of guys that have played basketball in the Big 12. So, you know, they play like it. You know, even when we turned them over, they didn't get shook. And, you know, they made some really good plays down the stretch.